Hey everyone, today we're going to be looking at the Dok Ondar Black Series figure. Thank you to Gary from Return of the Nerd for getting this to me early. He will be linked below in case you would like to purchase from him. Dok Ondar is a character that lives in Galaxy's Edge at Disneyland and Disney World. If you go into the amazing gift shop called Dok Ondar's Den of Antiquities, this is like where they sell all the lightsabers. And then they have this amazing animatronic of Dok Ondar that's behind the counter. And you could also just look around the room for hours. There are so many Star Wars references from all eras. I have a whole video exploring Galaxy's Edge, but you can see that the packaging on a lot of the products matches the packaging we see here, since this is a Disney Parks exclusive. Although it is available to buy on shopdisney.com, it is $45 though, definitely a bit of a higher price point even for a deluxe figure like this. It is so exciting to be getting a new alien sculpt in the Black Series, especially one this large. This is probably one of my most anticipated figures of the year, and it has soft goods, can you believe it? I love how crisp that blue paint job is on the back there. And Frederick from Frederick's Figures was over yesterday as well, and we were looking at this and we were both marveling at how nice the soft goods are when there is something holding them into the correct placement. Since my biggest complaint with soft goods is just how they kind of fly all over the place, and the hood on this cooperates surprisingly well, which is great because it shows off all of that nice detail on the sculpt there, and all of the detail on the necklace and stuff is just beautiful. That's a separate piece that can come off. I do have to say I'm a little disappointed with the paint on the face. It feels like they just kind of like dipped him in that beige paint. I think I'm going to be doing some repainting on him myself. I love the little bits of red paint around his wristbands there. I think that looks great. There's a nice amount of articulation at the elbows here. Although I can't really say the same for the head. This is on a long ball peg, which I will show you in a little bit, but it doesn't really move up and down too well, but definitely left and right, no problem. But the up and down is pretty minimal. Now, the first thing I think that most people thought about this figure, especially those that don't really have much of an attachment to the Galaxy's Edge character, is, oh my gosh, we're getting a hammerhead. So although he doesn't have the turquoise jumpsuit that we saw on the vintage figure, thanks to user Wanwanji on Instagram, I didn't have to rip mine apart because I tried and it was very difficult, but we can see that the outfit that he has is much more in line with the Momao Nedan figure. All he needs is a little bit of a head wrap and scarf and that waist piece, and then we've got it, so I'm sure that's coming in the line later. This is what the neck peg looks like, and I really did try to get the outfit off here, but I didn't want to risk ripping the plastic parts or the soft goods, so I just decided we can go with the photo. Thank you to that Instagram user, he'll be linked below. We're going to take a look at the accessories right now, but I just wanted to remind you guys to subscribe if you are enjoying the video so far. I do reviews like this all the time. First we have the Clone Trooper helmet, which is the Phase 1 helmet that is damaged. This one actually feels a lot thinner than the Stormtrooper and Clone Trooper removable helmets that we've got in the Black Series before. I don't know how to describe it. It kind of feels like those like cheap Halloween masks that are plastic. It doesn't feel breakable necessarily, but it's just like a very thin plastic. So this is the Sword of Cassian. This was actually seen in the Galaxy's Edge comic series that Dok Ondar wields. It is an ancient Sith sword created by a Sith Lord who thought that lightsabers were for the weak, but we're really seeing some of those deluxe paint jobs on these little accessories here. I think this is a little bit further than they would go with a normal Black Series figure. And one of the staples of Dok Ondar's Den of Antiquities at Disney is this wall of Sith and Jedi holocrons you can get, and if you put the different kyber crystals in there that go in the lightsabers, they'll have different quotes from different Jedi and Sith. From what I understand, the holocrons are one of the more popular items at Disney along with the lightsabers, so these are just perfect accessories to include with this figure. They literally sell them in his shop, and I just think that they're just, you know, who doesn't want holocrons in the Black Series? The sword fits nicely in his hand, and I like the way his fingers are kind of open there. I think it's just like a nicer pose than just the classic C-grip hands. And he has no trouble holding both holocrons if that's how you'd like to display him. And looking at the soft goods here, the hood does actually pull over his head, although I don't know if that's, you know, really how you want to display him. But this is the best hood I've seen in soft goods in the Black Series, or any like soft goods actually. This just sits so perfectly. I was really shocked at how well that works. Some quick height comparisons here to Hondo Ohnaka, who's also a Galaxy's Edge figure. And just since they're recent, we have the Return of the Jedi Chewbacca as well as Darth Malak. And personally, I think the scale of Dok Ondar is totally in line with my headcanon here. This is about how big I picture Ithorians to be in the Star Wars universe. So since I love Dok Ondar's Den of Antiquities so much, I just couldn't help myself from designing and 3D printing a little bit of a diorama. If you guys follow my Instagram, you know that I create files for 3D printing that scale with the Black Series. And I have over 100 dioramas sets available on my Patreon. If you go to landspeederluke.com, you can see all of those. This particular diorama prints with no paint and no support, so it's super easy to put together. Here's what this looks like when it's populated with a lot of other random Black Series accessories. I gotta say, Dok Ondar is now one of my favorite figures that I own. I am gonna do a bit of a repaint, so I will showcase that on my Instagram when I do. If you guys enjoyed this video, please remember to subscribe and give this video a like. Let me know in the comments below if you'll be picking up Dok Ondar, and And until next time, here are some more videos that you might enjoy.